do you think that actually Peri is actually the new Tumblr Man? In a way, yes and no, but yet, does he actually fit the brand of a sexy Tumblr Man? Of course, some of you wondering what is a sexy Tumblr Man. Well, Tumblr Man itself is sort of a website, a sort of blog, sort of networking. It's used by fans for their own specific fandom or specific character they actually enjoy. The more popular it is, the more you understand what that character is popular that specific fandom. Specifically, who made the definition of the sexy Tumblr Man, like the Onceler. If the Onceler was basically everywhere, so much that people starting hating it on purpose and writing it because it's just so annoying. But this is the interesting thing. The sexy Tupper Man sort of evolved over the years, becoming a little bit more or less defined. If you don't know what the definition look like, the Onceler. The Onceler itself defines what a Onceler should be. One of them is basically a tall white man, thin, with a sort of kind of tuxedo or formal wear so you get out. Cocky, confident, but yet he's trying to prove himself he is actually worth it. That sort of weakness. But yet he doesn't show it because he's afraid to be weak or afraid to actually lose whatever control that sexy Tumblr Man actually has. That's what makes him sort of relatable and very attractive to so many people because you've seen this person or you are that person who has that sort of weakness. That sort of, I can't show who I am. I have to keep proving myself to be the greatest. And that's the reason why we kind of make him a very good sexy Tumblr Man. The one who sort of make the mold in the definition. Of course, as I said before, the definition of the sexy Tumblr Man is sort of evolved over the years. For example, a sexy Tumblr Man needs to know how to sing. But not all sexy Tumblr are singers because it depends on what type of genre or what type of character they fall into. And that's what I mean. The sexy Tumblr Man sort of depends on what genre really fits and what sort of makes sense. And this is the reason why it sort of evolve or de-evolve the sexy Tumblr Man. But you have to have that sort of things that sort of compared to the Onceler, but yet so different, but still compared as a sort of sexy Tumblr Man. But, sure enough, is the next sexy Tumblr Man is Peri? I want to say yes and no. Of course, I explain everything after my introduction. My name is Rachel. This is the first time in my channel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, reviews, fresh impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, you'll like how it's going, you'll like to help my channel, but like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you need to do. If you don't, that's fine too. If you do, thank you. Thanks to you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. If I know I can make it, because all the people will like, comment, and share. And thank you because of that. Now, let's get started off. Peri is the new sexy Tumblr Man or not. Now, let's start with the video. Now, I did explain what the sort of definition, that definition fits Peri. In a way, yes and no. Because at the very beginning, Peri, or he originally was Poof, was a baby. And that character really didn't leave a mark to a fan base because it was infant. Even that some people believe he was a she, not a he, because it was never really confirmed to be a she to begin with. But it's sort of understand because people thought it's a she because it was sort of voiced by Deborah Strong, or aka the voice of Sparkle from My Little Pony, Raimi for Teen Titans, and Batgirl from Batman, and etc. Because you kind of get is you have a female voice actors have to be a female character, right? Yeah, I think this is sort of the plot twist that nobody was sort of surprised because they wasn't expecting Peri to be a boy. Even that wasn't expecting that Peri changed the name to Poof to Peri. And it's for a reason. It's because Poof is sort of an insult. It's not like a big one. It's just sort of, it makes sense. They need to change it because Nickelodeon doesn't want to do it. But they kind of lean into inside the story, not because they have to force it. So this reason feels more natural, but more connected to the character because it sort of sees the bigger picture or understanding of Perry even more because he wants to change it to prove himself, not be a child anymore. And that give you up one step of becoming the sexy Tumblr Man. And that sort of fear that no one will take you seriously. And that little weakness goes even bigger because you find out this is the first gig actually having a fairy kid to actually help him to grant his wishes. And this is why he's sort of kind of like a swagger salesman. In fact, this is the reason a lot of people point out they took up his original father's personality of season 1. If you don't know, season 0 was the original pilot episodes that Cosmo come out being that sort of salesman who trying to sell you something with swagger. But they took that personality and give it to Peri, and Cosmo become the more we love and know in the future. But that makes so much sense because he's trying to pretend to be this sort of confident man who could sell you or grant any wishes you actually want. Even that we start to understand the whole facade. But even that he's sort of scared to talk to his parents. They won't actually accept him being him. Even that he never stopped talking. I mean, they officially stopped talking for him for decades or eons. And that even grows more paranoia the first time he had the chance to see his parents the first time. Even that the parents, Council and Wanda, didn't recognize him the first time, took a little while to realize who he really is and the reason why he changed his name. And he thought this could be sort of a disappointed moment with their parents. And that itself really resonates to a lot of people, especially how Perry sounds. He sounds very smooth and sexy. That helps a lot. Of course, another step to be completely sexy Tumblr definition is the fact what he actually wears. Because you can see his sort of how he was dressed, that sort of formal wear with groomed hair, with a new crown. Even his Wretched One, it's not a normal Wretched One. It's sort of like a cane for some formal wear. Even that cane still looked like a rather back in the day he was an infant. It's sort of a homage how he sort of evolved. Yeah, I think there's a few things make Perry Perry. You understand that because you saw him instantly grow, becoming a man. He also that elegant voice he has, just sort of smooth confidence, but never overbearing or never really pushing it. He always that have sort of doubt in between that sort of isms he does, but yet you can really sense that sort of glow. But besides all the swagger, this kid, Perry, can actually sing. And I don't know you, he is the original Tumblr Man, but the only difference is he's actually short. And that's fine, because you know this little short guy, this fairy, can actually become a tall, puff man. I just wondering, they used the similar design as Season 0 as inspiration to complete the sexy Tumblr Man. And this is the interesting part. This is what I mean. That they sort of evolve him or de-evolve the definition of the sexy Tumblr Man. It's sort of hard to find if Perry really is him. The only way you find out is everything feels just right. Even his specific name he used fits super well because Perry actually is a definition of the color he actually uses. Pacific color, not just purple, a very Pacific purple. And that's the interesting part because that name fits him so well. He always trying to pretend to be gabblish, pretend to be smooth. And that's the definition of a sexy Tumblr Man. He fits so well, but yet he's so different of the original or the original definition because He's kind of short, very purplish. He has a very defined career. He's just not trying to con someone like the original Tumblr Sexy Man. And that's what makes him so vulnerable, interesting, because you want him to make this work, especially what happened in the show with his partner, Dab, who feels portrayed by him, or not portrayed. He blames everything on him, and that just seals the deal, becoming the definition of the sexy Tumblr Man. Because usually a sexy Tumblr Man is sort of a failure. At least one sort of definition of it, because it's sort of sexy Tumblr Man. It's sort of hard to define. You just know, and just sort of elevates. You don't need every single specific thing to become a full sexy Tumblr Man. You just need a few of them, just enough to evolve him in a different type of branch. And I feel this is sort of a failure boy sexy Tumblr Man, but he knows he has potential, but he doesn't know how to. He lacks confidence, but he still pretends he has everything in control. And that just relatable, especially he is not a evil crook. He is generally a nice person, because the original Tumblr Man, he was a sort of a horrible person, but like the Onceler, he is completely different. And I think that's what's sort of the appealing, that he grew up, he's trying to be an honest man, but even that, he cannot be the honest man while doing maybe questionable things. Maybe we don't know, because I've not yet finished the series, especially I think we had 2 or 3 episodes left, so I can't really define that, because this video will drop the final episodes. But besides that, do you think Peri fits or makes a new branch of the sexy Tumblr Man? Tell me down below. Do I miss anything sort of obvious? I will, because I didn't finish the series, because there's 2-3 episodes left. But other than that, how you feel about this? If it fits right, it's a new branch, or you feel he's not the right type of sexy man for you? Tell me down below, what is your sexy Tumblr Man, and tell me why he fits. Now, I got nothing else to say, just thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.